part of me doesn't want to record this video because those energies of the truth, of Kali, of fire are scary. But this is the work that we are asked to do. Are you truly, truly brave and daring to feel it all? To feel it all in the deepest depth of your system. That's the work. Because in the spiritual world as well, we are again falling for this trap of hiding behind these words, these stories that we create. And yes, purely we are love. And you are this divine light. And we know that too. But at the same time, we are also here to having the human experience and to feel through all of the shit that is happening here too. And there is happening a lot still. And this Kali energy, this full moon, brings it up in all the deepest depth because we cannot hide from it anymore. We cannot pack it in beautiful ways anymore. We have to really allow ourselves to open and to feel. And it needs to be transmuted by feeling it and truly shining light on it. By acknowledging it, by embracing the dark and the shadow in the deepest ways. By embracing the dark and the shadows, like all the fucking nastiness of our family lines, all the things that we are ashamed of that happened to our family, to yourself. And that is still happening in this fucked up world. Because yes, we also still live in a world that is fucked up. And that's why we are here. That's why we are doing the work, to clear this more and more, because it's not gonna continue. It cannot continue longer anymore. And that's the rawness. And yes, my system wants to run away from that as well. And I'm like wanting to stay in these old patterns that are not serving anyone, that are just repeating history. And I'm fucking done with that. And I'm always scared when I'm putting these powerful videos out because, of course, people will get touched and triggered. But let's please do this. And one of my mechanisms is this. I had to do this to be safe while growing up. And in many other lifetimes, I had to please others around me, and especially men in my life, to be safe, to survive. But we are in a different time now. We don't have to do that anymore, but we have to become aware of where we are still doing this. And I'm aware of that, so I'm going to share this video to support you, because this is the only way of creating change. And we have to do this together. We cannot do this on our own. We cannot continue ignoring this and hiding behind all the love and the light. It goes together. It's the yin and the yang. It's all one complete thing. And you are part of that too. Am I truly acknowledging this nastiness that just makes you puke, want to throw up? It's fucking scary. It's fucking deep. I know. Because I chose a path in this life too that is fucking nasty and fucking deep in many ways. And it's not the easiest, but it's an important path. And you and I chose this because we are strong enough to go in that. But we have to truly acknowledge, to feel the grossness. Allow ourselves to feel the grossness of all that happened. Without having to hold on to it, but we have to welcome it, to truly, truly feel it. And this is what I'm doing today after a situation that I became really aware again, where I was acting up on this mechanism, not truly speaking my truth. And I can say this with all the compassionate love, but also I'm annoyed by it. It's both here. I'm annoyed by it to see it coming back again and again and again, and that it again and again and again takes over. And at the same time, I feel compassion because I understand my whole life I had to do this, and in many other lifetimes probably too. But now it's also time to truly acknowledge this to ourselves, that we are doing this. With the knowing that this is not the only thing that you are, but in this moment it is. In this moment, this is the real thing. And I am still, when I'm feeling unsafe, trying to create so much kindness and love to be safe, so that the other person is not becoming completely aggressive but this, no relationship can be built upon this. It's impossible, because how can we trust ourselves and each other if this is the way we do it? And yes, we are walking together and we are learning and growing together, but it's time to truly see and acknowledge this. First within ourselves, and then also within others, with the biggest compassion. Because for me, it's the theme around men in my life. And I come out of a family line where there is so much trauma, so much abuse, so much power misuse between men and women. It's nasty, and I'm ashamed. A part of me is ashamed that I come out of this family system. But I am. In this human life, I am. And we are working. I am doing so much fucking work my whole life. But I wasn't doing this last part by truly, truly acknowledging this. I was staying on the surface. But I am grossed out by the things that happen in our family line, grossed out by how men were treating my ancestors. I'm fucking angry, I'm fucking sad. I'm grossed out by the women who went before me that were not putting their boundaries. And I'm grossed out because those women, they were in super dangerous environments, so they couldn't. That's the fucking shitty world that we created. And you and I are part of that too. And are you truly, truly allowing yourself to feel the grossness of it? Fully. Can you go into your family line and really, really, really acknowledge within yourself and visualize what happened there? The stories that you know, and maybe things that even come up automatically when you are sitting down and truly say, okay, show me. Show me. And then feel it. And is this easy? Fuck, this is so fucking hard. But it's needed. And I'm doing this day and many, many times in my life. But today, I'm really, really, truly daring to look at it. All the shit. Everything that my mom had to go through. My aunts. And now by feeling and truly acknowledging this, my grandmother, who died from this, who died from not putting her boundaries, who died from being misused physically by my grandfather, leaving behind 10 children, including a baby, and my mom who was 3 years old, because her body gave up, couldn't take it anymore. This fucking hurts, but it did happen. It did happen, and then it got repeated in my mom's life in a different way, but again. And it got repeated a little in my life. And I say a little because, oh yeah, we are so used to making everything. No, it also got repeated in my life. In different ways, because we are doing the work, but we have to go into the deepest depth to truly break with these patterns. And I am struggling in my fucking life with this, all of this shit, because I am the sensitive one. I cannot ignore it. I cannot live this life in our fucking societies like nothing happened. And I'm just like, hoo, hoo, hoo. Sometimes I wish I could, but I cannot, because I'm here to feel it fucking all. So I am struggling so much to keep on relationships in a healthy way. I am attracting relationships that are not healthy. And you know what's funny? We do this because unconsciously, because somewhere in a weird way it feels safe, because this is what we know. I don't know how it is truly to have a relationship where a man did his work and where he is truly able in a grounded way to look at his own shit, and that when I cannot carry myself, that he can carry that. And I'm wishing for that, but at the same time, I'm not truly believing it is possible, because I never had this example in my life. The opposite. And it's not to blame anyone, but it's to be real and to be true, because that is the truth. And even now I'm saying this, I'm scared. Oh, maybe people will see this and will get hurt, but it's okay. Because then we all have the opportunity to have to go deep within our own systems. Like, why are we acting the way that we do? We have to start carrying this shit within ourselves. And how do we do that? By acknowledging this, by seeing our own parts. We cannot continue blaming with our fingers in the outside world like we do already for so long. We have to take our own part, and at the same time being real of what is happening in the outside world, and acknowledge that yes, things happened to us and are still happening. And we have to take responsibility in this now, to fully welcome this. And body movement helps with this. Give ourselves permission to go into these stories in a way that works for you. And then help our bodies to move through these energies. Dance. Punch in the air. Scream in a pillow. Kick in the air. Shake. All of these ways are helping you to, when you bring this up, help your body to release it, because that's the work that we do. But we have to bring it up first. And then it can go so fast. But if you look at your life And where are there still situations that you don't have control over and that are taking you away? Those are the parts that are not fully embraced, and that's just the truth. And it's not your fault, but you do have to take responsibility over that and allow ourselves to practice. And we are worthy of a relationship where you have the full space to dive into this. All the relationships around you. We have to start supporting each other in the true ways by giving space first to ourselves, but also to each other who are going through these things and who are doing the work and are willing to dive into that and to come back every time in awareness. And yes, we will make mistakes and it will get messy and we will not be able to do this in the perfect way. And that's not meant to be. We have to become real. And I am ready to do this. And I'm ready to truly, truly welcome everyone, people into my life that have the true space for this. That can carry themselves because they are doing their work too. And you are worthy of that too. So I'm saying yes to that for me and for you. And I know we all have our unique paths. So I'm saying with the deepest love and compassion, but also with the deepest truth. What do I really need to be able to move through this shit? Because it's gonna be shitty. And that's gonna be this year. This is the work. That's what I'm feeling. And find your ways and know that we are here to support. I'm here to support you too. And the activations with sounds, and I'm really feeling inspired to record more guided meditations and even past life regressions, because we have to also start doing our work there by feeling and re-experiencing this and moving through it. And I know I also have voices in my head from the spiritual world. No, don't give your energy to that. Everything you give energy will grow and stay in your system. So no need to go in your past life and dive there, because then you are just bringing it. But this is bypassing, because it is integrated in our systems if we want it or not, and it wants to be seen and felt. So yes, it truly, I believe it does can help to create awareness of what happened. And it doesn't mean that you have to stay in that and like become the victim of that in your life, but to truly welcome to see this and let it and feel it. Feel it from this awareness so it can truly transmute and it's not having to carry on in your family line anymore. So I'm really feeling inspired as well to also do guidings online through Zoom live in past life regressions. I know I can do this, and I know the instruments that I have are fucking powerful for that, especially the harp, because that's bringing us from a heart space, but also in this wow, I'm super not wanting to put this video out here, and I am gonna do it because I know this is what life is asking me to do, because we went through these shitty things in our lives because that's how we can support other people in the world as well. And as long as I'm trying to hide this and staying in shame around all of this, I cannot truly help you, because I know we all have these nasty grossness, fucking dark shadow things in our family systems. Of course, I feel more comfortable with only, but that's not the work that we came here to do. It's a combination of both. Both. So let me know if there is in any way I can support you through one of my activations. I make personal ones too, and I can do live sessions as well. Let me know. I love you.